Everyone, welcome back to Forex Scope. I'm your name, and today we're diving deep into the EURGBP pair. We'll be breaking it down on the 15-minute and 1-minute charts, looking for those key signals and potential future price movements. If you're looking to sharpen your Forex analysis and catch those lucrative trades, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on our daily market insights. Let's get started. The resistance zone is identified around the price level of 0.88144 to 0.88156. This area shows significant price action and multiple interactions. Specifically, the candle at timestamp 176-250-9600 closed at 0.88126 with a high of 0.88128, and the subsequent candle at 176-251-0500 had a high of 0.88156 and a low of 0.88098. This cluster of price action indicates a ceiling where selling pressure previously overwhelmed buying pressure. The high volume observed around these candles, with tick_volume reaching 229.0 and 244.0 respectively, suggests strong interest at this level, reinforcing its significance as a resistance. The prior price movement also shows a struggle to break decisively above this level, with several candles showing wicks rejecting higher prices, indicating that sellers are actively defending this area, making it a strong candidate for a psychological and technical barrier. The extended period of consolidation and rejection near these prices further solidifies its role as a notable resistance. The support zone is established between the price of 0.87949 and 0.87976. This area represents a critical level where buying interest has historically emerged to counter downward price movements. Observing the data, the candle at timestamp 176-239-3500 had a low of 0.88022 and a high of 0.88055, while the next candle at 176-239-5300 had a low of 0.88088 and a high of 0.88098. Although the immediate candles don't show direct touches within this exact range, the price action prior to this period and subsequent recoveries point to this area as a significant floor. Specifically, the price action around timestamp 176-238-7200 with a low of 0.88059 and the subsequent price recovery suggests that this region is being watched by buyers. The subsequent price action shows a tendency for the price to find bids in this vicinity before attempting to move higher. The volume around these periods, while not extremely high, indicates consistent interest at these lower levels. The proximity of these price points to previous lows and the overall market structure suggest that this level acts as a psychological support, where traders may anticipate a bounce or at least a pause in the downtrend. The price behavior in this range indicates a potential for buyers to step in and absorb selling pressure, thus creating a stable foundation for price appreciation. The support zone is identified between the prices of 0.87955 and 0.87954. This area shows clear price action behavior, specifically a noticeable sideway accumulation characterized by multiple candles with small bodies and limited price movement between the timestamps 176-253-2220 and 176-253-2280. The high price within this period was 0.87972 and the low was 0.87954, indicating consolidation around this level. The lower Bollinger Band also hovers near this zone, reinforcing its significance as a potential area of buying interest. The presence of several touchbacks within this relatively tight range suggests that traders have repeatedly found value and defended this price level, creating a stable floor for the EURGBP pair during this time frame. The extended period of indecision and the formation of multiple smaller candles highlight the psychological importance of this price zone for market participants, demonstrating a clear battle between buyers and sellers. The resistance zone is established between the prices of 0.88071 and 0.88076. This area exhibits significant price action characteristics, particularly a clear pattern of touchbacks and consolidation between the timestamps 176-252-1960 and 176-252-2020. During this interval, a high price reached 0.881 and the low was 0.8806, indicating a struggle for price to move higher. The upper Bollinger Band closely aligns with the upper boundary of this zone, suggesting it acted as a barrier to further upward movement. Multiple instances of candles testing this price range without decisively breaking through imply that sellers were actively defending this level. The formation of relatively small-bodied candles with upper wicks points to the presence of selling pressure and a lack of sustained bullish momentum. This zone represents a level where previous buying enthusiasm was met with strong resistance, leading to price reversals and the establishment of a ceiling. The consistent rejection from this area indicates its importance as a supply zone. The EURGBP is currently trading around 0.87957, having recently bounced off a support level identified at 0.87955 to 0.87954 on the 1-minute timeframe. This bounce is supported by the price action in the provided data, where the low at timestamp 176.253.2280 was 0.87954 and the subsequent price recovery is evident. The previous resistance at 0.88071 to 0.88076 on the 1-minute chart also plays a role, suggesting a potential upward movement towards this area before encountering selling pressure again. The Fibonacci retracement, with levels from 0.87949 to 0.88071, indicates key areas of interest. Given the recent bounce from support and the presence of bullish signals, the short-term outlook suggests a move upwards, likely retesting previous resistance levels. The upper Bollinger Bands on both the 15-minute and 1-minute charts are also providing potential targets for this upward movement. However, the broader trend observed in the 15-minute data shows a downward bias, with price action pushing towards lower support levels. This suggests that any upward move might be a correction before resuming the downtrend. The high-tick volumes observed during sharp downward moves on the 15-minute chart, such as at 176.252.7600, indicate strong selling pressure, which could limit the extent of any upward retracement. Therefore, while an initial upward move is anticipated, it is expected to face significant resistance. The price will likely zigzag, attempting to climb towards the identified resistance zones while being pressured by the overarching bearish sentiment from the larger timeframe. The analysis of the provided data suggests a cautious approach, with potential for a short-lived upward move followed by a resumption of the downward trend if selling pressure persists around the resistance levels.